Welcome back to another Nerdly video. Today we're going to be looking at the Artifact of Wander. This is a really fun artifact. A little bit wonky, okay? So you have to get used to it. Basically, stages progress in a random order, meaning your stage 1 could be Sky Meadows, in which case the next stage would send you to Ceremony or Moon. It's a little bit wonky in that way because, you know, some runs it can just be one stage. So hopefully we get a decent number of stages, okay? Wow. I'm gonna be honest with you, this is why we're playing Captain. This is about as bad as it can get when it comes to what stage you're gonna get first. Listen, I've talked about this before. I do enjoy this map. This map looks really nice. It's probably one of the best looking modded maps in this game. But it's so brutal because everything is so open. There's no cover. There's really nothing to hide behind on this map. You know, you're so exposed, right? I see a mountain shrine over there. We're not going to hit that. It's likely we're going to get something like a construct, maybe an imp here. So I'd rather not make that any more difficult than it already is going to be. Starting off with the crowbar is nice. Whoa. Okay. What have we got here? We have a key, some rockets, maybe a healing? No, that's boss damage. I feel like I want to start playing this game smarter. You know, I've played this game a lot. 500 hours in. Not as much as some people, of course, but for me, that's a lot. I don't really have that many games that I have that kind of, that number of hours on. I mean, it's really limited to PvP games. There really aren't any single-player games. It's not necessarily true, because 7 Days to Die I have 500 hours on. But 7 Days to Die, the reason why I have so many hours on that game is because it was so much more just one of those games you play with a friend, and you're really just there to hang out with your friend. It doesn't really matter what game you're playing. It's just they happen to like that particular game, so you wind up playing it, okay? 7 Days to Die is a fine game. It's a survival game. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but again, survival games are sort of meant to be played with other people. They're so much more fun. I just remember when I was a kid, you know, one of the things I remember wishing that I had was these like open world games. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember playing Call of Duty and stuff back in the day, and Passion Potato. That's a good start. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's a good start. We like the Passion Potato. Passion's good. Okay. Yeah, when I was a kid, I always wanted these massive open world games, and that didn't really exist back then. I think my first foray into those kind of really big open world games was Fallout, and I took to it like, you know, I was trying to think of a cute analogy, but I couldn't come up with one. So that's where we are. But yeah, I mean, ever since then, I've been just so addicted to these open world games, because I just think it's fun to explore the world, get immersed in it, and just have the freedom to do whatever you want, right? You know, we're kind of spoiled by it nowadays because it's so common, but like back in the day, it wasn't really like that. Okay, I need something to spawn, please. There we go. But yeah, this is you know, one of the very few games that I have as many hours in it as I do, and then not only that, on top of that, being a single player game primarily. Obviously, it has multiplayer, but it doesn't have PvP in its base game. And probably even of the hundreds of hours I have on this game, the majority of it, the overwhelming majority of it, is with single player. Because, dude, multiplayer is hard on this game. It makes the game much more difficult. Are you serious? Oh, man. That's the biggest troll in this game, is getting Bottled Chaos as your red item. Okay, we got a little bit of healing, so that's helpful. I see a Void Seed up there. That's good. That's good news. You know, I haven't played this game much, and I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I haven't really wanted to play this game. I don't know. It's sort of like there's, I've kind of hit that wall, so to speak, of like, you know, I just feel like I've played so much of it. That variety doesn't really exist for me anymore. Really, I can get Prion. That's interesting. Over passion potato? I don't know about that. See, though, the reason why I think I'm going to keep passion potato here is because we need that little bit of healing, right? We're going to go walk over here and grab this void cradle, lose half of our health. Let's get our healing back from it right away, though. We do have a scrapper. I'm wondering if it's worth just straight up scrapping bottled chaos. There's really not a reason to. Oh, that's a pretty good start, if I'm being honest. That's good. It's healing. That's basically exactly what we need. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go fight the TP boss. Okay. Brass contraptions. You stay up there, buddy. I was hoping my interest in this game would last up until the DLC came out, which I had hoped would be pretty soon after it was announced, but here we are several months later. Still no DLC. But listen, good things take time, okay? I'm impatient on that because it's because I know how much content the Into the Void DLC was. So I am a little bit impatient, but that's okay. Okay. You gotta wait, all right? Do as I say, not as I do, you know what I'm saying? All right, let's get out of here. I saw TP over here. Let's do this. Yeah. Interesting. You know, there's this guy that I think it's one of Bacon's friends. This guy, he's been doing this. I don't know. It's subathon or something? I don't know. I'm not really too familiar with Twitch culture, which is ironic. Like, I've been streaming for quite a while, quite a few months now, pretty consistently, but like I don't really watch that much. You know, it's one of those things where, you know, you do it so you don't really feel as if though you need to watch. But unfortunately, I shouldn't say unfortunately. It's not unfortunately. It's actually great. One of the things that helps a lot is networking certainly exists in this space as well, right? You do the things where you raid people who are playing similar games to you, and you kind of get. Oh, I'm dead. I can't. I could have gotten the passion potato there. All right, I gotta lock in now. I don't actually want to die here. Sorry, I'm getting off topic. I really don't want to lose on the first stage. Okay, remember to use my passion potato. Okay. Constructs are terrible. Honestly, I would have rather had the wisp, dude. Because just in case this guy was gonna drop a you know, his boss item, we would have gotten a decent one. Passion potato's on cooldown. We gotta be careful here. And so I'm talking about, dude, there's no cover here. Like, where do I hide? Should be dead though. Excellent. What did he drop? Oh, that's real bad. That's not good stuff. It's not good. Whoa. We're trying to play smart here, so what we should do is we should scrap this stuff. And in fact, I'm going to do that, all right? Okay. Because of what I've learned, again, 400 hours, 500 hours, is that when you don't take advantage of the scrapper, you often get punished for that. And that's not what we want, okay? Let's get rid of this. I'm gonna also I'm actually gonna keep Muth here. No, I'm not, because we have passion potato and we have Wungus. I think we're okay here. Yeah, let's do this. Let's get out of here. You know, the way, going back to this like Twitch thing, like I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not something that I want to do ever as like a job or anything. You know, I do not have that dream like I think a lot of people have. You know, if you do have the dream, don't listen to what I'm about to say, because you might not realize it, but it's not something that's really viable, you know. Obviously, you see people like Jinxie and Queso and all these other streamers, millions and millions of dollars, probably monthly, some of them. Like, obviously you can make a lot of money. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying it really only exists inside the top like 100 streamers ever. right? Or most popular current streamers. It doesn't really work for anyone outside of that. You know, it's such a sad thing to see, and you see it constantly. You see these guys, they put a ton of time into making their videos. They put a ton of time into streaming. And unfortunately, it's one of those super oversaturated fields that it's just so hard to break out on it. You know, it's not like it was back in the old like 360 days, right? The 2008 2009, where it was really niche. You know, where if you made a video on a game that came out back then, like there was a good chance that, you know, there wasn't much competition for you. I'm gonna go with attack speed here because I feel like we have enough healing. Certainly for this stage, I think we'll be okay. I know that was a slug there. Listen, sometimes you got to be a little bit dangerous. Okay, you got to take those risks, and that's what we're here to do. Okay, we're gonna play a little bit differently than we normally do. I think normally I would have taken that slug and we would have moved on, but we're going with effectively more damage. If our attack speed is increased, that sort of correlates to being able to do a little bit more damage. Blow that guy up. But yeah, you know, it's sort of the same. You know, not even of streaming. It's kind of like most fields. You know, whether it be your corporate life or sports or, you know, esports, for example, is a good one, right? You know, the people making all the money are a very small group of people, the very, 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 very top. Those are the people making the money. Everyone else is sort of just getting by. You know, you'd be lucky if you were making any amount of money. So you know, going back to streaming, like if you're here and if you're streaming and you're doing it because you think one day you're just gonna have that one, you know, that one day or 1 week where you just break out and suddenly your average concurrent users goes up to like 15, 20, 30, whatever, and you have this like, you know, nice community, you have this consistent user base. I mean, again, it's certainly possible that it's going to happen. But what you have to realize that even the streamers that have that, the decent amount of concurrent viewers, a lot of them are not really making all that much money if you look at it. Is interesting here. I guess we go boss damage. Okay. Like if you're in it for the money, then there are better ways to do it, right? I think in the long run, even if you were like gonna do like being a DoorDash driver or something. Not that there's anything wrong with that, right? People make their living off of doing DoorDash. It's a, kind of an amazing thing that sort of I think really spurred up during COVID. But I remember being on Reddit one day and just reading about how people are getting by with just being DoorDash drivers. I'll tell you, that's a crazy grind as well. I mean, you got to be doing that like 8-10 hours, more than that. It's probably 10-12 hours a day, right? And it's again one of those things where, you know, no matter how much research you do going into it, there's always going to be stuff that you're sort of going to have to learn on the way, right? That's just really how life works, not just being a DoorDash driver. But I mean, if you really look into what the things that you have to be doing if you want to be a successful content creator for video games, it's sort of absurd, right? It is so much work. And it's not even guaranteed, right? It's not guaranteed that if you put all this time into it, making these you know, you make your YouTube videos, you go in, you make your clips, right? From your Twitch streams, and you network with other creators, and you're doing everything right, it's still not guaranteed that you're ever going to sort of break out of that and actually make a decent amount of money. Yeah, you can make some money, and if it's a hobby, that's cool. Like if I'm going to be honest with you, it should probably remain like that. That's probably the most realistic and okay, let's get rid of this. This isn't. I don't know why some of these guys spawned in, right? My goodness. But yeah, it's definitely the most realistic to just go into this, you know, and do it for fun, right? Do it to meet other people who have similar interests to you, play similar games to you. I mean, that's what I did it. Like again, you know, I have no interest in ever being a streamer full time. Just being in the spotlight like that is just not really something I want to do for video games, anyways. You know, other situations, you know, we can talk about that, but when it comes to video games and the content creator social space, it's not something I want to be the centerpiece of. I don't want to be anywhere near it, which again is a little bit ironic because like I feel like I'm very consistent. I put a lot of time into it. Well, I put some time into it, you know, more than just doing the streaming. I create the clips and I do this this YouTube thing. But if I'm being honest, like this is something, oh my god, is this really what we're starting with? Like this YouTube thing that I do here, again, it's not really that consistent, and it's just because sometimes you just want to talk, I guess. Right? Not that I like sit here and if the camera's off, if I was just playing by myself, not recording anything, I wouldn't be sitting here like this talking to myself. Obviously, I'm doing this to fill the time, but you know, there are things on your mind, maybe things you read, things you want to just kind of share your thoughts on. You've read something and maybe you have an opinion on it. Maybe you disagree with it. Maybe you disagree with sort of the common knowledge, so to speak, to certain things. But you know, yeah, you know, oh, do we get another Wungus? We probably do, I think. I think so. So one moral of the story is, you know, you gotta stay realistic, okay? Just don't go into this thinking, oh, I'm gonna be the next Jinxie or Queso. I'm not trying to discourage you by any means. I think if you have a dream and you want to do something, you should absolutely go for it, okay? You should, you know, don't worry about it, right? But it is an insane amount of work and it is an insane amount of luck, right? To say that it's just you put the time in and you'll get it is being disingenuous. That is not the truth. It is both a lot of work and almost equally, if not more, a lot of luck that is required, right? And you also sort of have to be creative and you have to be funny. Things that are not really, you know, they're not really, I guess you can. Can you be taught how to be like that? Can you be taught how to be entertaining? Be taught how to be funny? Holy hell, dude. Really? I'm going to be smart here, okay? I'm going to try not to pick up all the gasolines as much as I want to. Because we have laser scope here, we absolutely have to get crit glasses. Crit chance is 26%. So it means if we get crits, we're doing double damage on top of the crits because of laser scope. Insanity. But yeah, I mean, you know, in this day and age, right? Why does that primordial teleporter? Doesn't really make sense. Is that going to send me to Moon? Well, if it sends me to Moon, you know, that's part of the modded artifact. Listen, it's the way it is. Okay, let's get out of here. I'm telling you, I played this once before, or a couple times before, and it spawned me. It spawned me on Sky Meadows, and then I went to Moon, and it was just 2 stages. I kind of wish the way the mod worked, holy hell. The modded artifact work is you were still forced to go through, you know, 5 stages before you go to Moon, but, you know. You can't really ask that much of free content, right? Like, it's a cool idea, somebody came up with it, and they executed on it. And they did their best to try to, make it as balanced as they could, but, you know, you can't blame them. It's free. They did it for free, okay? I don't really think I see a scrapper here. I did definitely see something up here I need to go get, though. Let's go try to get that and then get up out of here. There was, like a multi-shop. Also, that's a chest. Can I make this jump? I can. Captain's old ass can make it. Let's go. All right, I see slug. I see a backup mag. 2 slugs. I guess I'll get slug here. I didn't check up here. I don't think I see anything. So let's get out of here. Yeah, let's get out of here. Is that one more chest down there? I'm not sure. Let's leave. Let's leave. Okay, there we go. What the hell's going on over there? That's a lot of enemies. Ooh, it's Goobbue. That's interesting. Whoa, I thought I killed that guy. Wow, this is kind of bad. Can y'all just, like, group up here and I can kill all of you? That's what I'm talking about, baby. Look at them die. Look at them all just die. Where's the... let's go get teleporter. Let's get out of here. ATG on Captain is crazy. Like, I understand the proc chance is reduced. It's like 0.8 or something, but it's still crazy. You're still getting ATGs like crazy. I don't remember where... I think Primordial was over there. Let's get out of here. Wait, what is that? Is that a red printer? No, it's definitely not a red printer. Okay. Let's hope we don't get... It's a wax quail! That's what I'm talking about, baby. It's a new thing I'm trying, okay? It's a new phrase I'm trying. You know, you got to keep things fresh. That one, I don't like that one. I don't like that one. We're gonna probably, we're probably gonna table that one. Maybe it needs a little bit of work, but that catchphrase, that's not doing it. There is a scrapper. What white items do we want to scrap? Probably Muth, Flashbang, and we go in on Gasoline. That's what we do. Yeah, where is this? This. I'm gonna get rid of this and go get gas. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do TP first. I would assume if you like, if I wanted to continue, I probably could have just oh god, just kill the little ones so you get the gas procs, and then you're good. Whoa, get out of that. Is he dead? Yeah, we definitely don't want this. Oh. Captain is so busted, dude. I love Captain. Captain's so much fun. It's sort of like, listen, you know, we talk about the ladder, okay? And you should respect the ladder, but again, I feel as though if I'm gonna play these characters that I don't want to play, really, like the multis, I don't know why multi keeps showing up. Commando, like if I had to play Commando, dude, I just kind of wouldn't want to play the game. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'd rather at this point in my Risk of Rain 2 career, so to speak, I'd rather just play the characters I want to play. And listen, if that's just gonna be Captain and Mercenary and Bandit over and over, look, that's what it's gonna be. All right. Look, I've done enough suffering on this game. I've done enough playing as these characters that I don't want to play. You know, getting deaths over and over, and that's okay. That's how that's how you make the wins feel so much better, right? They feel so good. You know what I'm saying? By experiencing those losses, by getting crushed by the wisps and the blind pests and the titans, right, over and over, and the constructs. You know, it just makes the wins feel good. Like you deserve them and you earn them, and honestly, you do. Okay, never forget that. Is the teleporter not charged? Okay, where's gas printer? It's like down here, right? Boom. There's a healing drone here too. I could probably get rid of I can probably get rid of the slug now that we have a healing drone. More rockets. I have a bad habit of always just sort of. Go 3. Oh yeah, rockets. Let's stew them in. Let's stew them in. Let me hydrate, okay? But you know, streaming is very much one of those things, and content creation is very much one of those things where no matter how much you prepare ahead of time, there's going to be so much stuff you just have to figure out along the way. And one of the things is if you go and you prepare, are we gonna spawn? Yeah, we are. Commencement, stage 4. Well, it's gonna be slow. It's gonna be a short one. All right. I guess if we turn the blades on that teleporter or whatever they're called, we probably could have. You know, I don't know. I really don't know what would have happened, but maybe next time we'll find out. I guess you would probably continue to loop until. I don't know. The primordial I keep saying primordial, but like the moon teleporter just spawns in, I guess, at some point. I'm not gonna look at the soups. We're just gonna go up top, and we're gonna get a win here. Okay. If I had known this, you know, I wouldn't have played as captain. Like the first map was really the only one that was a struggle, and then we got really easy maps. We got like 2 stage 1 maps, right? It's a luck of the draw. But Wander, it's a very it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it, and I encourage you to give it a shot. It can definitely be one of those mods where you're gonna get very unlucky sometimes, and you're gonna just have like a cheesy OP run some other times, right? If you spawn in on Abyssal Depths on stage 1, listen, you're gonna have to fight Elder Lemurians off rip. Can you handle that? Probably not. And that's okay. That's just kind of luck of the draw. It just adds that little bit more of RNG. I really don't want to fight these chimeras. I'd like to just kind of leave. Yep. And wax quail time. Beautiful, baby. Oh, let's get up out of here. Nobody is worse at using those teleporters than I am. But you know what? We got it. All right, let's go kill Mithrix. Is this going to be an easy fight? I hope so. Listen, we have laser scope. We, you know, we have so much healing and protection here. This was like an easy run, and I don't even want to say it was because of the items, because of the drones. We have 2 drones, dude. Whoa. But the problem with Captain is like most of the damage comes from, you know, using his uh-oh. I'm so slow, dude. Oh, he's just gonna do 1 ground pound and I'm dead. We're doing damage somehow. All right, we got 2 hits on him. Okay, we got 2 hits. But in this case, I think it's ATG putting in some work. Like we don't have any way to proc gasoline. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like we gotta start making smarter plays here when we play this game. Like I know going in that if I make it to Mithrix, which, you know, I'm still of this mindset where I don't really want to. Like, I don't like going and fighting Mithrix. The Mithrix fight isn't fun. Having the mod where you can skip the pillars is really nice and everything, but still, you know, uh-oh. I'm curious, does Microbots get rid of all of those? All of those various shards? Okay. That's really getting annoying, I'm gonna be honest with you. Wow. And I'm dead. Well, you know what? I've yet to get a win with Artifact of Wander on. Okay. That was super unlucky. We kind of just landed. We kind of just landed in his hammer. But that's how Artifact of Wander works. Again, if you had changed the blades on that TP, maybe you could have continued the loop. If you wanted to just go and do 5 stages and then fight Mithrix, maybe that was an option as well. But that's all I had to talk about today. That's all we're gonna do today. I'm sorry. I'm sorry we didn't get a win, but listen, one of these days we're gonna get back to winning. Maybe we do another Wander run, and maybe we post that, and hopefully it's a win. But usually, you know, if you play as captain and you can't get a win, it's not very good, you know. Anyways, everyone, thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you next time. Okay.